I don't know if you can hear and see those birds, but they are the Rocky Mountains version of the East Coast's black-capped chickadee. My favorite bird. They're not very bashful at all. Sometimes they'll fly right up to you. And the chickadee gets its name from its call. If I'd shut up, you might be able to hear it. They go, chickadee dee 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 dee, chickadee dee 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 dee. This is some little creature's home. All that light brown stuff is stuff he's chewed out of the inside of that tree. And hopefully that'll give him a nice, comfortable shelter come wintertime, protecting him from the snow and from predators. According to the map, this is Deer Creek. Hopefully those deer aren't very thirsty. You know what I mean? If I don't see a freaking bear, I want my money back. Understand that, Uncle Sam. Let's play meteorologist for a moment. Up there, blue sky. Over here, not blue sky. Dark gray sky. Remember, we do have one rain poncho. I hope you remembered to bring yours. Remember we talked about having to go uphill? Yeah, I think we're just about to that point of our little journey. Okay, we've been on the trail about an hour, and one of us is out of breath. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to try getting in shape before you come on a hike like this. Also, don't you notice how they taking the oxygen in the air up here? This is the stinking mountains. This is a sagebrush meadow we're walking through. Sagebrush, like from the cowboy movies, is this stuff right here. And even though this is, again, the last weekend of summer, it'll turn fall next week. You get out here in the summertime when the sagebrush is lush and a good rain comes on, and there's just the most beautiful smell that comes out of this stuff. Again, this is sagebrush, not to be confused with that stuff in the cowboy movies called tumbleweed. This it smells nice, does not tumble. Before we get out of this sagebrush meadow, let's take a look at one of them up close. Even though we call this sagebrush, really it's a lot more like a squatty little tree. And in there, in the center of it, where you've got those thick sort of stalks, that part of a sagebrush can be 200 or 300 years old. Okay, now we're back into the quaking aspens. I love maple trees, and I don't know what species of maple this is, but if you are familiar with, say, the sugar maples of the eastern United States, you'll notice that the leaves on these are similar, except instead of coming to distinct points, they're a little more rounded at the tips, like right there and right there. The reason they have tips on there is for the rainwater. When the rain falls on a maple leaf, those tips act like downspouts. And out here in the arid west, where they get a little bit less rain than they do back east, those downspouts, those tips, are less pointed and less pronounced because there's less need for them. Right now, at about an hour and 15 minutes out, we are right in a zone of transition. You'll notice by those white trunks, we are in aspens, but we are essentially at the edge of the aspens. See that red? That's one of those maples we talked about a little bit ago. Interesting, showing the variability of trees. That green deciduous right there in the center is also a maple, and so is this one here. So they turn when they turn. Downhill is the way we're looking now. You can see those aspens, some of the maple mixed in, as well as a variety of conifer trees. But if we turn uphill, where we're climbing to now, we are just coming in to the oaks. And we will look more closely at those just ahead, I suspect. Here's some of those oaks I was talking about. As you go up the side of a mountain, the climate, the environment changes rather quickly. Up here it's colder, it may be moister, and it is suited to different species of trees. And so, sorry, bud.
There's one more coming.
Okay, thanks. One downside of being a trail-side movie maker is passing bicyclists. At any rate, while we wait for the next guy, take a look out that way. That's kind of pretty scenery, isn't it? Absolutely. Having a great day? Yeah, I just talked to a guy on a bicycle on a trail. I wish I had a bicycle. That'd be cool, too. As it is, I'm just walking. Okay. I don't know about you, but one of us is getting tired here. This is looking back over our shoulder across this valley. And if you look, you see that mountain directly across? That's called a Timpanogos, which is some ancient Ute Indian word for I have no stinking idea. But if you look closely there, you can see 2 or 3 patches, well more, but 2 or 3 big ones, of last winter's snow, not yet melted. And if it is not gone by the middle of September, it's not gonna. Okay, you don't want to miss this view, okay? That's the trail we're going up. If you look over here to the right, you can see at this height, the changing of the leaves is pretty well advanced. That's the maples. These oaks right in front of you, they'll turn a light brown before long. Now let's look over here and see what we see. That is kind of panoramic, isn't it? Look at those beautiful evergreens on that far mountain. Now, I'm not a geography expert, but at the top of your screen, you can see a valley. And I don't know the detail, but there are trees and houses in that valley. And I believe over that way is Heber City, Utah. A great place to visit. Over here, let's kick these rocks out of the trail. Make it easier for the next folks through here. Okay, now we're crossing over, we've come over the crest of a ridge, and now we're coming back down on the evergreen side of the mountain. Oftentimes the evergreens will tend to cluster on one side of the mountain. And to be honest with you, right now I'm brain cramping, and I can't remember which side. The reason is, though, that the north side of the mountain, or whatever, where the sun doesn't shine, tends to get more snow that melts slower and makes it either better or worse for growing evergreen trees. I can't really remember. We'll have to look that up in a book later.